Hola, Roadies. Welcome to the road trip.
Hi.
Roadies, how you guys doing today? We hope you're doing well.
One more week, Roadies. One more week of school.
And
then all this will go away. Well, not go away.
I was gonna say, where you
no,
going?
Like my stress. I'm very stressed out. Moving on. It's Wednesday. What does that mean?
We're going to do a recap of The Biggest Loser.
Yes.
But before we get started, we want to talk about what we're going to do next week during the live broadcast. During the live broadcast, Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
We're going to live tweet it. Yeah. So,
because Jen and I are pretty vocal when we're watching it. Yeah. So we've realized, and so Jen had the idea that we should live tweet. I was like, Jen, that's a genius idea.
Jen thought of it, of course it is.
And then, of course, on Wednesday, we'll do like our recap for those of you who, aren't on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
our Twitter names are below in the description box.
Yes.
I think it's going to be fun.
Yes.
So follow us. We'll tweet
I like Twitter. I like Instagram too, though.
Love Instagram.
This has the potential to get sidetracked. Go.
Okay, so if you did not watch The Biggest Loser yesterday...
it was good.
Pause. Go watch it, come back.
Go.
Or just want to recap, just listen.
Yes.
Yesterday, number one, I'm loving the 1 hour shows.
Love that. It's
the condensed version
wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's
love it.
Awesome. Love it.
Love it. It started out yesterday with there was nothing in the gym. Then they had to bid.
That's like the hardest part, if you ask me.
Here's my question, though. They had to bid on the equipment that they would want for their team.
Yeah.
What would you have bid on?
Well, what I would have bid on wasn't an option.
Okay, well, what was an option? What would you have bid on?
Probably the boxing equipment.
That's what I say.
Because I'm thinking, can be a full body workout.
And I'm thinking, I wouldn't have gotten the treadmills because...
You're limited.
And you could go outside.
Not, but you are.
You're in California, you can go outside.
True.
You have a swimming pool there, so you can swim instead of doing a treadmill.
Yeah.
I would have done the kettlebells. Kettlebells. Tomato. You know what I meant.
I'm sure you would have done the kettlebells.
Shut up.
Moving
on. I would have done the kettlebells.
With an E.
With an E. Like bells, like jingle bells, which is coming soon. Anyways, I would have done those and the boxing equipment.
Yeah. Or the bike, because I like the bike.
I'm not a big fan of the bike.
Love the bike.
Stop moving or set. You keep on moving it and the thing keeps moving. And kick off set. Sorry. So then they had a bid on that, and then they could only use that equipment with their trainer for the week, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then they do the workout. Did anything else happen? Was there a challenge yesterday?
What do you mean?
Was there a challenge on the show?
That was the challenge.
Oh, that was the challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. And they worked out, and then I can't remember what happened in the middle. Like, I'm so mind-blocked.
Tanya broke down.
Oh, right.
And you realize, which I thought was a pretty big moment, because you always... y'all know, like, we have not been through anything that, like, she's been through, like, nothing that bad, and I hope that none of you have either. But we all have those things about us that, like, trigger something about this journey that we're on.
Yes.
And I think that yesterday when Dolvett, because Dolvett he knew something, like, she was holding back something.
I was just saying,
Focus.
I am focused. Go.
He knew that she was holding back because she wasn't performing like she normally would. Like, he could see it in her eyes that she just wasn't there. She
had lost her mojo.
She had lost her mojo, which, hey.
It happens.
It happens. So he sat her down and was like, listen, I want you to write 2 letters. I want you to write one to your mom, who was deceased, and I want you to write one to your family. Because her thing is that her mom had abused her domestically and just verbally when she was a kid, and so that kind of held with her. And then she resented her family because her family didn't come and save her, when they had the opportunity to save her from her mom.
Right.
So she held, like, that grudge and that like,
animosity.
Animosity, exactly. And then what ended up happening is, so she wrote both letters, kind of just releasing everything and just, letting it all go.
Pause. Don't say what happened at the end, because that's going to be at the end.
Huh?
Right. Are you going to talk about what she did at the end?
No.
Oh, then proceed. Go. Proceed.
And so she just kind of had that moment where she just let it all go, and you could tell that she gained her momentum back, like letting the baggage go,
right,
of, what happened in the past. It really helped her focus on why she was where she was in that moment, and it helped her, I think, be present.
Definitely. I totally agree.
Yes.
And something else I love, and I really never understand why they make The Biggest Loser where you can't contact your family and friends while you're on the ranch. I never really have understood that.
Yeah.
Like, you would think that, because, like, I know me personally, that helps me. You know, if I'm having a rough moment or something, I can come on here and talk to you guys. I can come and talk to, Lisa or Val or my mom or whatever, Cindy. And that kind of, like, helps me.
Snaps you back out of it.
Exactly.
Or snaps you back into it. So.
You know what I mean? So, you would think that would be something that you can do. Well, something they did this week, Bob even said it, that they had seen where a lot of them had lost their motivation. Yeah. So they were allowed, each of them, to talk to their family. Yeah, they work out like 5 to 6 hours a day. Okay, that's crazy. So they all were able to talk to their family and see them through like video messaging or whatever. Mm-hmm. Totally awesome. Love that. Then it got to the weigh-in. Yes. Bob's team went first. And then it went to Jillian's team. And Jillian's team beat Bob's team. Now I'm thinking Dovette's definitely going to beat Bob's team.
Oh, wait. So do you remember what everybody bought?
I don't. Do you remember?
So I do know that the red team had the huge tires. They had the kettlebells, yes. And they had the boxing equipment, but the boxing equipment was stolen from them.
Or traded.
Like there was one thing where like at the very end, there was like 8 different items they could bid on. Well, the second to last one was like
mystery box.
It was mystery box, but it had bags of flour and sugar, I believe.
Yep.
And then so the white team got that, and then the last thing, because everybody had bid all their money, the last thing obviously went to the white team because they had the most money left, and it was a steal. So they could steal anything that any of the other teams bought. Right. They could steal it from them, whether it was the treadmills, the bikes, the boxing equipment. Well, they took the boxing equipment from the red team.
That's what I would have taken.
Yeah, that was a good choice. That was, strategic, but yeah, so then fast forward to the end. Keep going. Go for it.
Fast forward to the end, and then it's down to Dovette's team. They all weigh in, which that has Ruben Studdard on it, which I love Ruben Studdard.
I do. And you kind of knew it was going to come down the way it did, and that because, Tanya had the breakthrough and, like, the week that she had, you knew they were going to focus on her weight at the end. Right. So she gets on the scale. Now, they had to lose...
They needed to lose like 6 more pounds.
6 more pounds once she got on the scale, right? And Roadies, if you watched it, you know what happened. She didn't lose a pound. She stayed the exact same.
And before we get to the end of it, or what happened, did Dovette save her or not? That's what we really want to talk to you about tonight is, just think about that for a minute. These people are on a scheduled diet. They are at a ranch. They don't have no fast food options. Yeah. They don't have nothing to sidetrack them. No. They work out 4 to 6 hours a day. They have their meals planned. Yes. And still, she lost 0. Yes. Ruben, I think, lost 3. Yeah. So that's something, that just really shows that you can bust your ass. You can do the work, do the food, and sometimes that scale just does not
not only agree. Just the scale, but just your body's not going to react the way you want it to.
Exactly. And see, that's another thing, that could be discouraging in its own thing. Here, you do all this work all week.
If I had it my way, I wouldn't weigh in at all. Completely honest.
You do your work all week, and then you get on the scale, and that scale dictates, how your week went. You know what I mean? Yep. And to me, that's like a catch-22. If you did really good, it's going to show on there. Yeah. But if you didn't do really good, then you get discouraged and then you lose focus. Well, I'm not saying you, I'm saying me. You know what I mean? Like, I lose focus.
That's why, like I said, if I had it my way, I wouldn't weigh in because I don't think the scale should reflect how well you did. If you worked out, you ate right, you drank your water, you did everything that would be needed to be in order to lose the weight. And let's just say you're like Tanya and you get on the scale and you don't lose anything. Or even worse, I've been there. I've busted my butt all week, done everything I was supposed to, and actually gained before. You've been there. You know what I'm talking about. You have been there yourself. So that's
isn't that just frustrating? Isn't that just like when I get off the scale, then I'm thinking, honestly, F it. Yeah. After having a week like that, and then you got to snap back and okay, it's just a week or whatever.
That's when I think your family and you guys come into play because when we are there and we're frustrated, that's when in the comments you guys bring us right back. You know what I mean? You snap us right back to reality.
Yeah,
which is amazing. And so that's why I'm glad that they allowed them to Skype home with their family this week, because I think they needed it. You know, definitely. I couldn't imagine going that long without talking to my family. That would.
How long? What do you think of the longest time you cannot talk to me for?
Oh, I could take a solid vacation. Don't get me wrong.
That's rude. I was trying to have a Full House moment, then he just ruined it.
Sorry. Truth be told, after school, I need a vacation so bad.
So before it ended, Dolvet had the chance to either save Tanya or send her home, because you know every trainer this season gets a save. And he used his save for Tanya, which I was happy because I like Tanya.
And I think he's another one. Like, he didn't do it.
He's another one, all right. Oh, sorry.
Would you focus?
Sorry.
I think he saved Tanya because she deserves saving, honestly. But he saved Tanya, I think, to get that out of the way.
Right.
And I think Bob, when given the chance, he'll do the same thing, you know? I think they want to get those saves out of the way so that nobody feels safe on the ranch. You know what I mean? I was not shocked when Jillian used hers when she did, because I think that strategically she just doesn't want anybody to feel comfortable.
Right, to feel like they have a
that's that's an option in the wings, I guess you could say.
Right, definitely. So there's our recap of Biggest Loser. I thought it was a great episode.
Next week,
it's going to be intense.
Snap.
Next week's going to be great.
Next week, the preview, if you didn't see it, it's like a food challenge.
Yeah.
And there was chocolate being eaten and just...
Chocolate. Oh, okay. Before we get off of here, tomorrow's Halloween. Happy Halloween to each and every one of you. If you're going out, be safe, have fun.
I'm spending the day doing homework.
So have fun with that. Happy Halloween.
Yes.
Roadies, say it with us. Today I can do anything. Say it, believe it, achieve it. Look at my shirt. Say it, believe it, achieve it, Roadies.
That's what Mom's opinion about you.
I know.
Or gotcha, or made you.
I love it. That being said, it's going to be it for the day, Roadies. Hope you have a wonderful day. Guess I will see you next.
Mania!